Hey Libra, it's Amanda here with your Teen Rune Scope. This month, in conjunction with the runes, I will be using the Wonderland Tarot by Chris and Morgana Abbey. Then, as always, be sure to join me for part 2 of your reading over on my Vimeo channel. I will be pulling one card from the Goddess Guidance Oracle by Doreen Virtue to see what your spiritual guidance reading and wisdom, which goddess wants to give you additional advice for the month of. That link is below. Also, it's definitely, because we're halfway through the year, it's time to re-watch the yearly overview. I posted in January. It's here on YouTube. I will put the link here with the little eye in the video and also at the end, just to kind of see where you are. Also, if you purchased the Career RuneScope or the Love RuneScope over on Vimeo channel, it's time to re-watch those too. And if you haven't checked those out yet, definitely do so. There's 6 months left in the forecast for those. So definitely check in with those yearly readings, just to kind of see where you're at in the scheme of things. It'll be different for all of you where you're at within those timelines. But let's focus in on Librans and see what's going on in general for Libra. June for Libra. As always, Libra, these are general readings, so not all of these messages will be for you. Some are going to be for the other Librans that are watching, connecting with a lot of different energies here. So you can always check out the video for your rising sign as well if you would like additional messages or information. Sometimes all of your messages will be coming in through your rising sign instead of your sun sign. However, the only way for me to connect just with your energy and talk just about you and give you specific outcomes and let you know who these people are in a more specific way is if we do a private session. I do those on Skype. They're $30. Just drop me a line at runescopes4you@gmail.com if you want to set up an appointment, and we can take a look at your specific circumstances. If you do find that readings are helpful though, and it's your first time visiting, please do click the subscribe button. I certainly appreciate that. That way videos will be delivered directly to you each month in your subscription feed. Let's see, hone in here on Libra. What are you doing? The challenge or focus, you actually got the same challenge or focus as Gemini. You got the Temperance card. The runes are different though, so let's see how this is manifesting for Librans here in Moon. Don't push yourselves physically, Libra, in the month of Moon. There may be something going, maybe you're moving. You do have a lot, some of you, it looks like you'd be trying to move, you're trying to pack up. There's something going on with relocation, with property. And I mean, you maybe there's a deadline. We got to have all this packed up and out. But I mean, you need help. If you need help with that, request it, because it seems like you'd be trying to take on too much on your own, Libra, and not getting help or waiting too long to get started. Like, make sure like you give yourself as much time to do it as possible, you know. And if you need help, call in the forces. Now, some of you be like, I don't have anybody to call in. Even then, if you can hire someone to help you pack up and move, that would be good. Also, be really careful with road rage, driving. Really pay attention. Moderation while driving, which can be difficult, I'll grant you. I mean, I get upset while driving too, because, there are people who are not the brightest everywhere. Never more, and you never notice that more sometimes than when you're behind the wheel. But really, if you feel yourself getting incensed, remember this reading and pull back your energy, because anger or feeling frustrated, or it could lead to an accident, even a lawsuit, or just a bunch of legalities and stuff you don't need. Now, for some of you, this could be something going awry with a deal when it comes to real estate or property, or with a move, with an inheritance, because you do have Ophila here. But so for some of you, I think your challenge is to kind of let the chips fall where they may. For some of you, especially if you're dealing with an inheritance situation, With a realist, I mean, there'd be something that's just out of your control, and it's like, or you have a home inspected, a property that you're interested in inspected, and you find out there are all these problems with it, and they're not going to go down on the price, and you have to let it go. So I would say, again, with moderation comes the ability to not get attached to someone or something. And I feel like for you, it is property or an inanimate object. It could be a car for some of you with AWAs here in reverse. But some of you be considering like suing someone for, and it may be in regards to an accident or a deal that fell through or a promise that someone did not live up to. And you be considering legal action and think it through, And if this is already something that you've already brought suit or someone's brought suit against you, again, your behavior will have a direct impact on the end result. So, when we're behaving with patience and moderation, with temperance, right, there are no extremes. We're not going to extremes. We be feeling them, but we're not showing them or acting out on them. So emotional control for you and Gemini are both in, and maybe there's something astrologically for the air signs kicking up. Again, you'll have to watch your favorite astrologer to get the report on that. But yeah, it could be affecting you in a very specific, the air signs in a very specific way, the energies. And so forewarned is forearmed, as we always say. That's the whole reason for watching these videos. So definitely check that out to give you more additional information for what areas this will be in for you personally or based on your astrological chart. Now, the present energy, we've got the Six of Flamingos in reverse. This is the Six of Swords in other decks. So again, movement or relocation or getting out of a living situation or a home or a property is thwarted or something falls through, but Aeol is here. And this rune is all about divine intervention. You're not supposed to move there. You're not supposed to go there. You want to really badly. Doesn't mean it's the right move for you right now. It's not yours. It's not meant to be yours. What's meant to be yours will come to you. We don't ever miss out or lose out or on anything or anyone that's not meant for us. That's where faith and trust come in, right? But for an analytical mind like you air signs, it can be very difficult to accept that. So there'd be something that is stalled or put off with a relocation, with a move, with a shift or change you're trying to make. It doesn't have to be an actual move. But something that like you're just pushing and pushing, but it's not, you keep running into these obstacles. So, or at least part of it. It doesn't mean it's going to last all month, but there may be, things that are encountered that delay a shift or change. Doesn't mean for all of you it's not going to happen. For some of you, it could be saying this is not the right place for you to go. The right place for you to go, though, is going to come up in if what you've already kind of got your heart set on, if something else falls through, or if what you've got your heart set on is not the right move for you. But and it could be something that I'm unable to do this yet. I really want to move because maybe you're, the living situation. Some of you are getting divorced or moving, breaking up with someone you were living with, or you live with your family and you're like, I got to get out of here. Or a roommate that you're just like, or maybe they're supposed to move and their move is delayed. So there's something in to do with a living situation or a figurative shift or change you're trying to make that's just going to be delayed a little bit. But it's so that the right thing comes to you. It's because things have to be positioned in just the right way in order for this to benefit you and to be meant for you. The help that's going to be available. We've got the Strength card in reverse. Sorry about that, Libra. The camera died, so I had to put new batteries in. But your help is going to be to not fight the group. Even though they be, and this group can be family, it can be friends, it can be online. there could be, yeah, some element of being opposed by a group of people. And what they're saying could be untrue. You know, they could be trying to turn your strengths against you, or they could be, it could just be out and out lies or gossip with this rune in reverse. But so, yeah, you feel like you're being just opposed or blocked by a group, but not expending your energy is going to be a help to you. And so, yeah, if this is like, I'm going to sue this group, this company, I'm going to sue a former employer, that's going to end up being a waste of your energy, a waste of your time. Not saying you won't win, but it seems like there's more to lose than to gain with a fight in Moon. And again, it'll be different for all of you what it is. There could be some kind of group think going on, or some kind of also almost brainwashing energy for some of you. And again, that's going to be specific for someone out there, but I'm getting it. So I'm putting it out there. And fighting against that, trying to get people to see through their own fog or bubble or, you know, and that could be anything. But the thing that's coming to mind is like kind of religious cultish type thinking. But you can find that anywhere. Like, you know, if people spend enough time together, there can be families that are little mini cults, companies that, you know, are little mini cults. You know, yes, we do things this way, even though it's, you know, not very moral or not upstanding or maybe even breaks a few laws. I mean, you know, but yeah, so it's not saying that maybe you can't bring this to light later, but the help that's going to be available is doing nothing. For many of you, this is just saying the help that's going to be available is you need a break, taking a break, a rest. You have like a flu bug, or, you know, your body gets sick if you push yourself, again, because we've got the rune that essentially means the same as strength. And this is a big health rune, and this is a big health tarot card. With both of these in reverse, it's like you've worn yourself out and you could get sick or exacerbate something you already have, or an injury if you're trying to move and lifting things you shouldn't be lifting. So be very careful with your physical health in Libra, and also your stress level. I mean, if you can't, you know, if you need withdrawal. Yeah, if you need to get away, just take a vacation. You have vacation days, take a vacation. If people are, you know, talking smack online, turn off the freaking computer, shut down your phone. We could all stand with a little more disconnection time these days, because that's what makes us so anxiety ridden. We're constantly like, what's going on? And who's saying what? And who's liking it? You know, most times nobody's saying anything you're going to like. So shut it down. Who cares? It doesn't make you any less of an individual or a human being. But yeah, so, and I mean, some of you may even be experiencing like bullying from other adults. If you're younger, I mean, yeah, maybe it's, you know, people from college, or, you know, that are saying negative things about you online, and you know, just shut it down, turn it off, because responding, it's not going to be worth the fight. And then, you know, you'll not end up looking any better or vindicating yourself. But I think for a lot of you, this could just be, you know, because you have nobody to depend on, like nobody's helping you move, or nobody, you know, maybe even people who said they were going to help you don't show up, and you just kind of maybe feel like left out in the cold by everyone. You'd be tempted, like, I'm going to lift this heavy thing or whatever. You're going to have to wait until you can either get help, or maybe you have to hire some help here at Libra. Don't overexert yourself. Now, what must be accepted about the month of June? We do have the Hanged Man in reverse. So this is about whatever is stuck or not moving is going to come out of that limbo period at some point in, okay? So if it's someone who needs to move out, they haven't moved out, they'll start, you know, finally getting things moving, because your outcome is victory. You've got the 6 of Peppermills or the Six of Rods at the outcome, but we'll get to that. Or if, you're the one, like a deal falls through and, oh my God, I really wanted to move out and get away from this person that I broke up with or that I'm getting divorced from, you'll find the right place at the end of the month. The delay is working to your advantage. Whatever the delay is, as frustrating as it may be, it's something you can't change. It just, it's external, it's out of your control. So you kind of have to wait and see what's coming in, what the next place is going to be, what the next step is going to be, what it is that's going to liberate you from the limbo period. It's coming, but at the beginning of Moon, you'd be frustrated with things not going the way you thought, or things not happening as quickly as you were hoping, particularly when it comes to moving and relocation here. You're getting some wise, good advice though, and counsel. For some of you, it could be legal counsel with onsus. This could also be like someone who is unable or stubbornly refusing to see things from your perspective or someone else's perspective. This could also be some of you Libras doing that to someone else. But I feel like for most of you, if you are confident that you're right and that everybody else is like brainwashed or groupthink, again, it's not going to do you any good to try to get them to see your viewpoint anyway. So you have to agree to disagree. So for some of you, maybe this is just an argument and maybe it escalates if you're unable to be moderate about it and not go to extremes. Hey, that's the challenge after all. So some of you will, overcome that or be victorious over that challenge, and others of you cave. And engage in an argument or engage in some kind of emotional response. And there'll be a big fight and you're like, oh, we're never speaking to each other again. But then before the end of the month, you'd be like, well, I'm not going to change viewpoint. I'm not going to change stance. I still stand behind what I said, but let's just agree to disagree. It doesn't mean we can't be friends, or doesn't mean we can't stay together. Or it doesn't mean, maybe it was people interfering that's causing the problems. If this is, your boyfriend, girlfriend, or your marriage partner, maybe it's other members of the family all being up in your business and, trying to come between you or just have come between you because of the different personalities that you're trying to mention. Obviously, if it's someone's family, it's their family, not, and demanding that someone cut off from someone in their family, that's going to bite you in the butt in the long run. If it's a romantic partner, it just always does. I mean, if they decide to do that, fine, but it should be their decision. So, you just have to be like, okay, I can't deal with your mom or your dad or your whoever, but I'm not going to stop you from being over there or whatever. Just don't talk about me, right? Maybe there's a resolution here, and the partnership room is here. So you could be making up with someone or moving forward after tabling a disagreement. This could also be a divorce settlement becoming final, and you're finally able to move on and no longer have to deal with the opposing group because, they're no longer your in-laws. The outcome, again, we've got the victory card. So if you can moderate your emotions, right? Conserve your energy. Don't try to talk people into your viewpoint if they are, doing this group think, or if they just want to ostracize you. Sometimes that's it. It's like people just want to band together and ostracize someone because it makes them feel better, or, fighting against that will just waste more of your energy. So, those of you that if it's like a house delay in moving, for some of you, maybe this is a home that you purchased and there's nothing wrong with it. It's just the move-in date is delayed. You are ready to go, but then the unforeseen circumstances cause it to be delayed, and if something did fall through, if you decided not to purchase a home, or if you couldn't negotiate a reasonable price for a property, or when you're selling, if you had a buyer, but then they backed out at the last minute, you're going to get a win at the end of the month when it comes to property. And so any delay or what feels like a blockage, or even like Now stop to any plans you have when it comes to moving or property or groupthink or opposing opinions kind of coming at you. You're going to be the one standing victorious at the end of it. Either because you totally get away from the situation, somebody's, or, you know, this group's hope to kind of push you out or break you up with someone doesn't come to pass and you make up, or someone fighting a settlement agreement in a divorce or a legal situation will be put to an end. But yeah, if you're considering any sort of legal ramifications, you can definitely consult, and I feel like you'll get some really good advice, but the advice would be that, you know, this would be fighting a losing battle. So definitely listen to the expert or the lawyer or whoever it is that you're talking to, because it seems like you're getting some very wise, experienced, professional advice in some cases. In other cases, it could just be an open, honest conversation with someone about this opposition you'd be experiencing. It could be your family too, Libra. Maybe you're like, you know, you guys have to stay out of our business or stay out of a relationship or whatever, you're causing problems. And it could be, you know, your partner who's threatened by your family or whatever. And you've got to kind of, you know, find a way to negotiate a truce here. So that's what I see here from Libra. It's definitely a month to watch your responses to things. Be very cognizant or aware of how you're reacting to things emotionally. But join me over on Vimeo. Like I said, I'm going to shuffle the Goddess Guidance Oracle cards by Doreen Virtue. We're going to see if we can get some more wisdom and advice on how to handle this situation. And I'm sure we will. We always do. The link again is below. Don't forget to rewatch your yearly overview, and as well as your career and love RuneScopes over on Vimeo. If you purchase those, if you haven't, they're still available. But yeah, that'll show you where you are again in the yearly overview of things, which is very helpful since we're halfway through the year. I will see you back here next time, Libra. Thanks for watching.